Dear Gareth, as a beneficiary and prime example of white privilege, you have no right to speak on behalf of the people. You have some nerve to raise the concerns on behalf of the poor. You compare yourself to Moses. You're more like a Trump wannabe, a crybaby seeking attention. You are selfish and reckless. Don't threaten and disrespect our president. There are no kinder words to describe your impassioned plea other than sheer stupidity, foolishness, absurdity. On whose behalf do you speak, Gareth, when you advocate defiance of the lockdown? What motivates your opposition to the extended lockdown and your not so veiled threat to our president? How did you even arrive at the Pharaoh and Moses analogy? As if President Ramaphosa is some demigod imposing his will on the people without recourse to consultation and the experience and lessons of other nations ahead of us in this corona pandemic. What really was the intent of your communication? Because it was really way over the cliff. Instead of making solid, clear anti lockdown extension arguments, you bitch as if you're the only one making sacrifices. You patronize the poor, claiming to know how they feel. You incite revolt and the imminent disruption and civil uprising. Really, Gareth? Even DJ celebrities have to be responsible at times. Instead of leveraging your considerable mass appeal to promote wisdom and erring on the side of caution, you prefer to launch a vile assault on the president and undermine us. What don't you understand about our nation's need for leadership in this time of crisis? Compared to the US and UK, our national leadership is commendable. Our president is working hard, and South Africans express support for the rationale for extending the lockdown and the comprehensive phase and leveled return to normality. Why would you mess with the hard earned gains that ordinary South Africans have made in the war against COVID? Remember, there are more of us than you, Gareth, and your selfish types. When we are so far off the peak of the pandemic in South Africa, why would you mess with the lives of the poor, the vulnerable, and those already carrying the burden of disease? Does this make any sense to you? You have a bit of a reputation for the macabre, but please don't play with people's lives. Everyone is concerned about the second wave and the horrific consequences it could have. How could you know this reality whilst we still wait in great angst for the first peak to hit? Yes, you selfishly argue that you can take care of your health, undoubtedly with flashy medical aid insurance, but the president is duty bound to act in the interest of the majority masses and who don't have that luxury. Hands off our president, Gareth. Smokers can wait a while longer to take a long and slow drag, and it won't be much longer for you to take a drink at your favorite pub or shebeen. The crowds at 3 Anchor Bay and Sea Point Promenade on May Day holiday demonstrate how irresponsible your call for defying the lockdown is. This will precipitate a spike in infections of unimaginable proportions. You owe it to the nation to retract such madness and apologize for you so liberal with the facts. Do it, Gareth. Don't be a sissy. Admit when you're wrong. You could save many lives. Tell South Africans that you were guilty of extreme irresponsible behavior and that henceforth you will act in the national interest and exonerate yourself. Alternatively, shut up, Gareth, and accept that while you may not like the lockdown regulations, you will obey them or face the consequences. If I can sacrifice, so can you.